I reckon there's a huge percentage of us who have lawns, and it's the most frustrating thing, time-consuming thing, and brain-zapping thing I can think of, because we look at it and go, how the hell do we keep that thing green? Everybody's got a different opinion on what works. So you try this, you try that. It costs you hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and the lawn still looks crap.
Well, it's not at all hard. It's a living organism, right? So if you imagine we were to eat just once a week and drink a couple of times a week, how healthy would we be? How would we look? This is designed for people that don't have time.
Right.
It's designed for people who do have the time as well. So it's going to take you 15 minutes a month to apply something to your lawn. You might have to mow it a bit more because it'll be growing nicely.
Oh my God, the lawn is dying. It drives me mad. Well, not anymore. I've found Brent McPherson from Weary, and he's a lawn expert. And Brent has simplified this into a way that just makes perfect sense to me. It means no trips to Bunnings, no wasted hundreds and hundreds of dollars on products that don't work. And he's actually started his own company which sells commercial grade products that solves all our lawn problems. Better have a listen and tune into this. It's rare to sit in front of somebody who knows everything about lawn.
I don't know everything.
We know a lot about it.
Yeah, more than most,
Yeah, more than the average bear. Yeah. So how did that journey start, and what is it you actually do?
I actually started an apprenticeship as a cabinet maker.
Yeah, okay.
And did about 6 months, and at Christmas went on break and we never came back. The business shut down, and I sort of decided, I thought to myself, there's no way I can be stuck inside. I'm just an outdoors person, so I loved golf. I loved, just being outside. I used to always be outside with mum and dad in the garden. Just decided to go and knock on a few doors and see if I can get a job at a golf course or in turf. And I ended up getting an apprenticeship at a turf farm, which was probably the best way to do it, because I got to see how you grow turf from bare soil to the finished product.
So is that actually a profession?
Yes, so it's sports turf management. It's a branch of horticulture.
How about that?
Yep. So it's a sports turf management through 4 years, and you get your Cert 3 or 4 or diploma in turf.
So clearly it's very technical, more than what we might think.
Yeah, it's almost a combination of like horticulture, agriculture, it's soil sciences and which I'm not the most technical at, but it's like anything. It's a living organism, so it's, the fundamentals of it are all very similar to most other living things. Feed it and keep it healthy, and it'll look good.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what happened next?
I sort of finished my apprenticeship. I was a bit of a rat bag at that age, so didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I just went and worked in some golf circles, and then tried a few other little things, and it just all came back to working in turf. So I worked with contractors for most of my 20s, and probably to early 30s. Being on different golf courses, different council parks and sporting surfaces, doing renovations and construction and that sort of stuff. So it was always still in turf, but always more in the construction and establishment side of it rather than the maintenance side of it. So that's probably where my knowledge of the fundamentals of how to grow something from the ground up, pardon the pun, that's probably where that came from. And then once I sort of had enough of the instability of contracting, I got an opportunity to go into sales to sell turf products, fertilisers and wetting agents and those sorts of things, which I took on probably about 8 years ago. And then have been in sales of turf products ever since, which I actually really enjoy. And for my lifestyle, I've needed to be in a job where I've got flexibility.
Yep.
So that works. And now somehow I end up running my own wholesale business.
I love it.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm not sure how I got there, but I guess I'm one of those guys who, if you get an opportunity to do something, I kind of don't think twice about it, which can be a bad thing. Obviously, you can have a few failures before you have successes, but now run a wholesale business of turf machinery and products.
And you own Weary, which we're going to talk about in a minute, because this is fascinating.
Yeah.
So for all of us who listen
Yep.
or watch the podcast, I reckon there's a huge percentage of us who have lawns.
Yep.
And it's the most frustrating thing, time-consuming thing, and brain-zapping thing I can think of, because we look at it and go, how the hell do we keep that thing green?
Yeah. Well, it's not at all hard.
Well, thank you. I hope you're going to help, Brent,
bad.
because we go down to Bunnings and there's 50 billion products. You go, what do I use? Everybody's got a different opinion on what works. So you try this, you try that. It costs you hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
And the lawn still looks crap.
So
Where are we going wrong? Because
like anything, like I said, it's a living organism, right? So if you imagine we were to eat just once a week and drink a couple of times a week, how healthy would we be? How would we look? So it's really no different. It's on a different scale, obviously, because we're eating 3 times a day. Lawn just needs to be fed on a regular basis, watered on a regular basis, and then if you think about us, we now take all these vitamins and stuff to get the best out of our bodies and absorb as much as we can. So it's the same thing with turf. We add a few things to the products that will benefit, make the most of the water the lawn's getting, make the most of the uptake of the fertiliser that the lawn's getting. So you're just trying to enhance the longevity of what you're putting in the ground. And if you do that often, every fortnight, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you'll have pretty healthy lawn most of the year.
I love that analogy, because when I think about it, it's like eating junk food.
Yeah.
You eat junk food. Well, you're not going to do that well.
And they sell that at Bunnings. Like the junk food version of a lot of the Bunnings stuff is that it's probably not, I guess, it's probably more like a residential grade product where you...
Well, like cordial, isn't it? It's a syrup, add stacks of water, and it's kind of a watered down... what are you going to get out of that?
There's some good products, but there's also some not great products, some very basic products. It'll all work to some degree, but it's just how good it is. And with the Weary product, it's all really high grade stuff, high grade nutrients, both in the granular fertilisers and the liquids. And the blends work really well. And some of the before and afters we've got of a month apart, these guys, it sort of blows their mind how they couldn't do that previously. But because we give them an instruction, we tell them to put it on this date, this date, and this date. And if they do that first application right, the results they'll see will be on another level.
So in Weary, that's your garden lawn business.
Yep.
Let me form this up and you tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So what you've done is you've taken your knowledge and experience of working with lawn for a couple of decades almost.
Yep.
Looked at everybody's lawn, said, yes, that's crap, but I know why. Formulated a bunch of products which are commercial grade, which you can't buy off the shelf because they're commercial grade.
Generally, yeah. You can get them, but you've got to look pretty hard to find them.
And you've got to know which bits to combine with what, right? So
that's
you've
right.
combined this into a, let's call it a product set that people can just order online. Mm-hmm. It arrives at your door.
Yep. In a
spray
box.
it on, sprinkle on a bit of fertiliser.
Yep.
As long as you follow those instructions, ta-da.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Pretty much, yeah. And we've tried to keep the instructions as simple as they can be because not many people tend to read instructions. I've still found that now. Oh, I didn't get probably what I wanted. And I said, well, did you read the instructions? And they said, no, I just plugged it in and watered it. So the instructions are on the back of the packet. There's nothing else comes with it apart from those instructions. So all they have to do is read them and follow the timeline and, they'll get the results.
I wonder if you need a QR code with a video.
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
I'm a bloke,
yeah.
and you go and say, I'll get this thing from IKEA, put the instructions aside, and you go and do it, and only when something goes wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Do you read the instructions and your wife says, I told you to do that?
Well, we have a QR code on the back of the pack. So that takes you to the website where the instructions are. But again, you've got to read it.
It's not a blokey thing to do.
No, maybe it is a video. With the AirPods in and listen to the video. Yeah, it's very simple. Like there's no really science to it. Like it's some pretty simple blended products. All the products that your lawn needs. All the major products that your lawn needs. You know, it's your wetting agent, it's your root stimulant like your kelp type product, and a little bit of nitrogen and potassium. Those are really important products. There's sort of micronutrients in those as well, in all of those, but they're just some really high grade products. They're well blended.
So that's built, and it's okay for the Perth environment because we get pretty warm in summer and dry.
Yeah. Yep. So the wetting agents through summer are a little bit stronger in probably their moisture retention compared to the winter and autumn products where we're trying to push the water through the surface a little bit more. They just adjusted season to season. So the summer stuff is based on our hot, dry weather to get you through as best it can.
You still need water though.
Of course, yeah. You get your 2 days a week.
Yep. Is that enough?
It's enough if you've got all of the right stuff in the ground. If you've got the wetting agents in the ground, you'll hold water for a lot longer. So watering every 3 days, it basically is fine.
Yeah, wow.
But then they tell you water for 15 minutes. But this day and age, there's 40 or 50 different sprinkler models that all have different watering times. So I would say if you have reticulation, which 99% of people do, make sure you know what sprinkler you're using and what the runtime requirement is on it, because they all have different run times these days. So people will say, "Oh, I'm not getting enough. I've got dry spot. I'm watering for 15 minutes," when in fact that nozzle requires 45 minutes. It still puts out 10 mil of water, but it puts it out over 45 minutes rather than 15 minutes.
I had that problem 2 years ago.
So that is a big factor in these days, is there's so many different types of sprinklers that they all have different run times. So if you can get that right and have your products in the ground, watering 2 days a week's fine.
Wow.
Yep. You might get some damage from our 40-degree days on the surface, but that's, again, it's like us. You get sunburnt if you're out in the sun all day.
Yep.
But these products, again, are designed to help with that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so they'll get you through as best you can.
We were talking about water before and the deluge of rain we got this winter.
Yep.
And you were comparing it to last season.
So a dry season last season.
And you said how many mils did we get roughly?
I think we're at about 750 mils so far this year, and I think last year we were under 500.
Yeah, so a lot more.
Yeah.
And in my head I was thinking, isn't that great? We've all gone into the ground, it's nice and drenching. You said, well, maybe not so much as you think.
Yeah. So obviously our hot dry summers give us really hydrophobic soils, which basically means, I think I said to you, it was like polishing your car. So you polish your car with that wax and the water just beads off. Exactly the same thing happens with our sandy profiles. So they get a waxy coating on them, which is it's called hydrophobicity. They get a waxy coating on them and a lot of water just beads off or runs off and it doesn't soak into the profile. So through winter, eventually that sort of, with the amount of rain you get, that disappears. But wetting agents through winter are really important to try and push as much water as you can through the ground, because you'll get that surface water where you're walking on your lawn and it's really soggy and muddy, whereas winter wetting agents are designed to really push water through. So in the Weary winter packs, the wetting agent is slightly different to be more of a penetrating product.
So now that we're getting drier, if you haven't done it already, you should grab some product and throw it on there now.
Definitely, yeah.
Before we start to heat up.
So the spring products are always designed to really kick your lawn out of dormancy, out of that slow. Everyone's lawn will be kind of discoloured or gone yellow. That's just dormancy. It's what it does with cold, wet winter. So the spring products are a little bit higher in nitrogen. They're a little bit higher in their wetting agent to really kind of try and kickstart your lawn out of that winter dormancy. So basically, you know, the weather always changes. I think I've said to you, grand final day is always the marking point. So I feel like every grand final day, the sun comes out all of a sudden. That week or the week after, and then after grand final day, no one's got anything to do on the weekend anymore, unless you're a rugby league fan. So everyone's out in the garden. So it's kind of the perfect time to go and get your products on. Yeah, put your wetting agents on, put your granular fertiliser on. Try and really get it moving as we get a little bit warmer.
So does it work on all types of lawn?
Yeah, all types of lawn. Yeah. So generally, people will have buffalo, kikuyu, or a cooch type lawn. There's all different varieties, but it doesn't matter what lawn you've got. Even if your lawn's half weeds, it'll still really try and the result will be the same no matter what lawn you have. They all have different growing patterns, but generally you'll see a change of colour, you'll see a change of growth. Everything will pick up.
So we've got buffalo lawn, and it's annoying. Well, it looks annoying because there are patches of what looks like dried lawn.
Yep.
Is that normal?
Probably hard to say without seeing it, but if it's discoloured through winter,
Not like yellow. It does actually look a bit dry, which is weird, I would have thought, because we had so much.
Is it recent? Or has it been like that for a while? It won't be. I don't think it'll be dry. Definitely don't think it'll be dry. But what you find with buffalo is it's quite thick, right?
Yeah, it is.
So it takes a little bit extra water to get it through that thick thatch layer of buffalo.
Yep.
So those wetters, again, they're designed to penetrate through those thatch layers to get deep into the soil, you know. And if you keep applying them every 4 weeks, as you sort of should, you'll get deeper water penetration, which obviously allows, with the nutrients that it's carrying, it allows the roots to grow deeper as well. So when you've got a hot summer...
Oh, that's what's going to carry it, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you've got makes sense now.
So the wetting agent is carrying nutrient with it, so it's dragging nutrient nice and deep. So you're not just feeding the surface. You'll have nutrient all the way down to 6-8 inches, and if you can get roots down to 6 or 8 inches, you'll be fine. If you've got roots that are only 1.5 inches deep, and you get a scorching hot day in summer, and the top 1.5 inches dries out, you're going to have real problems.
Yep.
I don't think you would have any problems with dry spot now, but I don't know, mate. Have you put your weary on?
No, that's my problem.
That's your problem, yeah.
It needs wearing. Yeah, and they're not big dry patches, but just it's almost as if it's old lawn. I don't know.
Might be a little bit of disease. If they're little circular patches, you might have a little bit of disease again, which is a lot of the time created by inconsistency of moisture in the profile and compaction. If people park cars on it, you might end up with problems. But generally in a home lawn, you can overcome them with just the constant care for it. A lot of people say, it's a lot of work to look after your lawn. It's not really. You have to apply something once a month.
Yeah, it's not a big deal when you say it like that.
No, or at the most every 2 weeks. So, and the weary packs are disposed of after you finish with them, and they'll take about 5 minutes to empty. So it's
pretty quick.
So it's 5 minutes every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks. And your granular fertiliser takes a little bit longer to spread with your little hand spreader or your little walk behind spreader, but we're talking 10 minutes. So it's going to take you 15 minutes a month to apply something to your lawn. Yeah, you might have to mow it a bit more because it'll be growing nicely, but it doesn't take long.
Yeah, that's way better than what I'm doing now.
For some people, that's like 1 or 2 beers.
Yeah,
So
you can have a beer while you're doing it.
That's right. So it doesn't take long, and people say, I don't have the time. This is designed for people that don't have time.
Right.
It's designed for people who do have the time as well, but it's designed for people that, and I know everyone loves a Bunnings sausage sizzle, but for the amount of time people have these days, we're always busy doing stuff, right? Everyone needs so much I feel like everyone needs so much stimulation. They always need to be doing stuff. This stuff gets delivered to your door. I know I've got heaps of stuff on subscription now getting delivered to my door. I know people who are getting razors delivered to their door. So it's just the fact that it turns up, you can put it in your garage or in your shed, and it's
ready to go.
Yeah, if you're on the subscription model, it's just turning up at the start of every season. And that's, what are we now? A month into spring. So your spring pack turns up in the last week of winter of August. It's there ready for you to put on September 1.
Beauty.
Yep.
Hey, Jeremy, can we put the link to Weary so everyone knows where to find Weary and the products?
Yeah, and the website's really, really good. They've done a really good job on the website. It's really informative. It's all live. So if you can order now, you order a spring pack or subscribe. And if you subscribe, it understands that September's already gone. So you won't get the products that should have been applied in
that's
September.
pretty good.
Yeah, so
Yep.
you'll just get the remainder of what's to be applied through October, November.
Yep.
So your spring pack, you might think, I don't want to pay for a whole spring pack for the whole 3 months. You won't get that. You'll only get charged for order now, and you'll get charged for October and November's stuff.
Right.
September's won't come.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just simple. It's kind of a no-brainer to like. If it was me, I'd be like, I'm just going to subscribe, and that stuff turns up. And it's not crap in a packet. You know, it's good stuff. It doesn't. You can leave it in your shed. It doesn't turn bad on you unless it's sitting in a 40-degree shed.
Yep. All right. So we don't do that.
Don't leave it sitting in a 40-degree shed. No, you want to keep it in a decent room temperature.
I love it.
Yeah.
What a good solution.
It's nothing. Well, it's new, but it's nothing that hasn't been used before.
Well, it's tried and tested it. It's commercial grade.
Yeah.
So we know it works.
Yeah.
It's what the professionals use.
Yeah.
Now we get access to it.
And a lot of the home stuff you get from Bunnings is all okay, but I guess a lot of it's almost watered down.
Yep.
So this is the stuff that you might get, and commercially there's lots of different products like what we're using. We're using one of them, but some of the products is what they're spraying on the MCG before grand final day. Your iron manganese products is for your colour and the lush deep green look. That's what those stadiums are putting on before a big event. You look at the MCG on grand final day and go, that is green. That's a product that they're putting on. They're putting on iron manganese. And that comes in one of your Weary packs.
Hey, so I can get the MCG look at the front of my house.
Well, yeah, a bit of work to do. I got about 6 guys working day in, day out. But
their lawn's bigger than mine.
That's right. Yeah, it's a lot bigger. But like you're using all the same products that everyone out there on the elite level surfaces are using. They're just manufactured into a small package, a really small package.
About time.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love this. If our subscribers buy it, is there a discount code they can apply?
There is a discount code, yeah. I think the current discount code is MATES20.
Right.
So it gives you 20% off.
Do it. Oh my God.
Which
Mates 20.
Yeah.
Mates 20.
Mates 20.
Did you hear
yeah.
Mates
the
20?
better way to do that is use it for the subscription.
Yeah. The annual subscription.
Yeah, annual
Is
subscription.
cheaper again, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's about 17% cheaper.
Wow.
So you're going to save a lot. If you buy Mates 20 on 1 month pack, which you can buy a 1 month pack, a little box, but if you want the value, you better to go with the subscription model for sure.
Can I talk weeds for a minute?
Yeah.
Beauty. We've got bendies.
Yep.
Only at the front because,
Yep.
anyway, let's not go into why. I know why it's at the front. It's really annoying.
And it's a hard one because it's in Buffalo.
Yep.
So you're very restricted in what you can spray.
So I sprayed it a couple of weeks ago. I've got to do this every year.
Did you do the Buffalo weed and feed? Is that what you did?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it worked or didn't work?
Yeah, it did work.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's one. Where'd you buy it from?
Bunnings.
See, it's a convenience factor, right? Going
that's right.
I'm going to Bunnings on a weekend. I've got to go to the fertiliser aisle. I've got to go to
I didn't know where else to buy it. It doesn't occur to me.
Yeah,
And what to use.
It's the easiest. It is the easiest spot to buy it. Those Buffalo weed and feeds, because a lot of the products, the commercial type product that you might go and buy, is not designed for every lawn. So that's a tough one where if we were to look at selling something like that, we could sell it. But if you spray it on your buffalo, it would do some damage to the buffalo.
Yep.
That's why there's specific buffalo weed and feeds. Some products will see the buffalo as a weed as well.
Yeah, okay.
So
and take it out.
They'll damage that as well, yeah. So that's a hard one when you've got the key is more often than not you won't get them if you have a really strong lawn.
Oh, does the lawn outcompete it?
Yeah. Yep. So what you'll find is those weeds will pop up in the weakest areas.
Yes,
You might have
that's
some
exactly it.
Yeah, some little bare areas. Yeah. So if you've got a nice, thick, lush, dense lawn, and even if it's in winter and you've put all the effort in autumn, then there's no weak spots. Generally, you won't get a whole lot of weeds.
Yeah, it goes like a weed.
Yeah.
Pardon the pun.
Yeah.
In exactly those areas where the lawn is really healthy and thick.
Nothing. Yeah. So that's we sort of look at it as that being the key. Focus on putting your products on getting the lawn really lush and strong and thick, dense coverage right across the area, and generally you won't get weeds. You might get a few pop up through winter because there's been someone else's weed blown down the street and seeded over your lawn, and you get a little bit. But it's to the point where it's easy enough to pull out by hand because you've only got a half a dozen.
Yeah. Oh, this was hundreds.
Yeah. Yeah. And weeds will pop up straight away in the weakest area.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah. They'll find whereas if you've got that nice thick coverage, the seed bank is generally underneath of the weed.
Yep.
Sitting in underneath the surface, and it'll germinate basically when it sees an opportunity. But if you don't give it the opportunity and you keep that nice thick coverage, generally people in winter should be mowing their lawns a little bit higher than summer, just to give them that extra thickness, extra layer of protection. Whereas when it comes to summer, you can cut them a bit shorter. Buffalo's a funny one because buffalo's designed to have it's got a really upright leaf. So you should always leave a bit of leaf on it. When people get the cylinder mowers out and cut all that leaf off, generally it becomes quite maybe uncomfortable to walk on.
Be like a thatch, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So buffalo should probably be mowed with a little bit of leaf on it. Whereas when you go to your cooch and your kikuyu, you can cut them really short in summer. But in winter you always want to mow probably a half inch higher just to give you a bit of extra protection. Don't put it under too much stress when it's already stressed because of the cold, wet, soggy surface.
Right, 2 more questions for you. It might turn into 3, or perhaps 4, because I can't help myself. So out the back, and I've seen this in a number of friends' places. Out the front, we've got buffalo, and it sits pretty much flush with the pavement. Out the back, it now sits about 1.5 inches, 2 inches above the pavement, which I love because when you walk on it, it's really nice and spongy. Yeah. My wife hates it. She says it's not the way it's meant to be.
Is it old?
Yeah, it's probably 6, 7 years old.
Oh, but it's a newish buffalo. Is
that new?
Yeah. The new soft leaf buffaloes have probably been around for 10 years, maybe longer, 15 years, and they've become better and better in the way that they grow them at the farm, and they're all soft leaf buffaloes. So Palmetto buffaloes and Sir Walter buffaloes, they're all known as like soft leaf buffaloes. The old buffalo was like a weed.
So this one feels really good, and the kids and I, we love it.
Yeah.
My wife, she doesn't hate it. She doesn't like that it sticks up, and she said to me, just cut it down. Cut it down all the way. I said, oh, I don't know if that's a good idea. We could, but...
With buffalo, it's a tough thing to do, because it doesn't recover well from heavy renovation. So if you were to go and scarify and cut it right back and take it down to almost bare dirt, you'd probably find that's the end of it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it does struggle to come back from heavy renovations.
Yep.
And it's just a bad growth pattern of buffalo, is that it thatches up.
Yep.
So that'll be majority thatch layer. You can go one or two ways. You can go, well, I can try it and renovate it and see if I can scalp it back. You won't get down 2 inches, but you might get down half inch, 3/4 of an inch, which will help. And go, well, if it comes back, it comes back. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And we'll replace it. And in all honesty, for someone to come in and cut it out and relay is not a big deal.
Yeah, okay.
Depending on what the size of it.
Yeah, it's not massive.
No, but unfortunately it's a bad growth pattern of buffalo.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the soft leaf buffaloes are great in some situations, and in some situations they're not.
So, thanks for that. What are the top things, the top pet peeves people have with their lawns? What do you hear?
Everyone says they've got black beetle. And
do they?
No, 99% of the time they don't. Sometimes they do.
Yeah, okay.
But generally, everyone says, "Oh, I got black beetle, and my lawn's taken a turn almost overnight." Well, black beetle's not going to do that to your lawn overnight, and black beetles generally, you almost outgrow them, so it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. So people are like, "I want to get my black beetle, I've got to do it." The easiest test is to hot soapy water that like you wash your car with, pour it on the ground and see what comes to the surface. They'll come to the surface within a minute.
Yeah, okay.
If there's 100 black beetles, you got black beetle. You can treat it. 99% of the time it's just dry patch.
So when people are thinking we've got black beetle, there's a dry patch.
Most of the time, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So it'll be inefficiency in their watering. So it'll be sprinklers not working properly because quite often it's localised. So that sprinkler won't be working. Or the most important thing in with your lawn is to use a wetting agent and make sure your reticulation's running nicely.
Yep.
It's the most important thing. And majority of the time, that'll fix everything. So if you're putting on a wetting agent once a month and you're watering twice a week with the right watering time and your sprinklers are all working, you'll find your African black beetle disappears somehow.
So what are the other pet peeves? What do you hear?
Most of it's around dry patches. Like we just spoke about, people will talk about weeds quite often, which again, if you keep a nice thick lush lawn, you generally don't have those problems. There's a lot of like lawn nerds out these days that are going down the path of using all these different herbicides and fungicides and those sorts of things, which if they're all into that, these are the people who have the time to do it, who are spending 2 hours a week on their lawn or 3 hours a week on their lawn. Our Wirrie's probably not designed for them. Wirrie's probably designed for the people who need something, a quick fix. They put on twice a month and their lawn looks awesome.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. So the guys who use all these herbicides and everything, I feel like you don't necessarily need to use them. Some people do, some people don't. But if you're putting on the right nutrition, and commercially they're going this way as well. They're trying to avoid spraying fungicides. So golf courses trying to avoid spraying fungicides, herbicides, pesticides, all of that. They'll go as eco-friendly as they can. If you go to the UK, you almost can't spray anything without getting a permit.
Yeah, okay.
Whereas here, it's free reign.
Yeah, chemical up.
Yep. Chemical up. Go and spray whatever you want. And some people will spray. They'll look at the limits on a chemical and they'll spray, I can spray this 3 times in winter, and that's my maximum. So they'll go and spray it 3 times in winter at the highest rate they possibly can, and then put things on in spring and go, I'm not getting a response. Wonder why that is. Because they've absolutely hammered it with pesticides through winter.
Well, don't those chemicals also kill some of it's like our gut, right? The beneficial
sometimes.
Biology of the soil.
Yeah, sometimes. So, they'll put pesticides or herbicides on through winter that will just do more damage than good. Commercially, it is different because people have 10, 20 hectares of turf. So they do need to treat, and some people are keeping golf fairways. They want, 2 hectares of a golf fairway to be absolute perfect, one grass over the whole area. So they get it down to a fine art. Residentially, we don't need to worry about that too much. I think these days we probably spray too much chemical, and people are buying all this chemical to put on their residential lawn. It's pretty simple. Look after it, feed it every fortnight, or I think we spray our liquid product. The Weary product goes on pretty much the first of each month. The granular goes on at the same time or a day apart, and then the granular goes on every 6 weeks. And you're pretty much the first couple of days of each month, you're applying the liquid through one season. What's that? 5 applications of nutrient. Included in that is 2 applications of a foliar nutrient, the iron manganese product. So it's 7 applications over 3 months. When you say it like that, it probably sounds like heaps, but it's a total of about 45 minutes. If you do that, you'll have a better lawn than anyone in the street, without a doubt. So if I was to say pet peeves, I think people getting caught up in spraying chemical and spraying weed killer. If you focus on keeping it healthy in the first place, you'll be fine.
And this is an easy way to do it. I love it.
Yeah, it's the same as us. Again, imagine if we don't eat healthy through that flu season, which again, if you're not feeding your lawn well in like an autumn when diseases are most active in autumn below the surface, but you quite often don't see the results or the scarring of a disease until springtime.
Yep.
So the activity happens all through autumn, but in springtime you go, oh no, I've got spring dead spot. Well, that was actually most active in autumn below the surface. If we are not healthy at the right time of year, you're going to get the flu. Your immune system's going to drop. So the stronger you can keep the lawn throughout the year, the immune system of it basically, the stronger you can keep the immune system of your lawn, the better it will be come springtime when it's actually growing season. The better it will be in the back end of summer when it's really starting to cop a hiding. The back end of summer, we've had 6 months of hot, dry weather, no rain. So you'll find in February, March, and even April into autumn when we're still hot, you go, geez, my lawn is still looking good. It's copped an absolute hammering through summer, but it's still looking really good because you've fed it every month or every 2, 4, 6 weeks. So I think just consistency of application of these products, and honestly, your lawn will be the best in the street without a doubt.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. What's the website? Web address?
Weary.com.au. You can scroll through it for, half an hour, and there's heaps of information on it. It's really informative. It's really simple to understand. So if you go to weary.com.au, you can order your subscription, which will save you 17%, or even if you want to just trial it for the first month. But I guarantee if you trial it for a month, you'll end up just subscribing.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. You've made it really simple. Thanks, Brent.
Yeah. It's a simple game, to be honest, but
Finally, it's been killing me for years. Where were you 10 years ago?
We overcomplicated a little bit, I think. So,
yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks, man.